So if you're wondering, the title's true. Or not, like, this isn't like clickbait or anything. This guy who I work with genuinely, you know, he did try to sell me. God, how do I even word this? I'm so bad at wording things. But look, I work with this guy, right? And I feel like I should clarify, I work in a big giant store of maybe 100, a bit less, maybe like 70 people, maybe over 100 actually, I don't know. And I worked with this one guy in the deli department, and look, he was a good worker, but he would be how do I word this? I think he'd be a good Minecraft YouTuber in the sense that he'd fit in on the Dream SMP, if you know what I'm implying. So if you don't know, I am not entirely a legal adult, and this guy, he was, and how old was I when I first met him? I think I first worked with him in 2024, last year, and he look, I don't know what he thought, but he found my Instagram, he messaged me, and he was like, yo, you want to come over and play Fortnite? This guy's like 18, I was 16 at the time, and I remember this because it was the day before. God, I'm so bad at telling stories. But I remember this because it was the day before I went to Laneway, and I was at one of my friend's 18th, and he was like, yo, you should come over. And look, mind you, I've never played Fortnite before. This is a co-worker as well, and he's asking me to come over. And you know, I ignore it. I tell my parents who also work with him, and they're like, oh, you know, it's just him, he's a bit stupid, and he is, frankly, he's quite a stupid person. God, what do I even say? Database. But he ended up like keeping like, I told him no, and he kept messaging me, and I don't know, I feel like the story's actually a lot funnier when I'm good at telling it. But oh wow, this is the saddest face. God, how do I even start? You know, like I ignored it, and all was fine and well in the world. He'd keep messaging me, I ignored him, I ended up restricting him because I didn't want to block him full on in case he'd get like upset or point things out. And you know, life goes by. I'm working, you know, we have to close the daily a lot together, and he, for some reason, I was buying condensed milk because I was making Thai milk tea that night, and he was like, oh, you're gonna use that on your boyfriend? What the fuck? And I know, it's insane. So I just say, no, what the hell is wrong with you, bro? I'm literally just gonna make a drink. and then he's like, whoa, why are you so, like, God, what's the word for it? Why are you being such a prude? I think was the words, although I can't remember. And I'm like, bro, I'm just trying to do my job. I just want to get paid. I want to buy a new perfume. And he left me alone a bit after that, partly because, you know, I made it it kind of clear that I wasn't really like vibing with his weird comments. And he's mine. God, I'm so bad at it. I'm gonna have to redo this. But yeah, I'm gonna have to redo this. So, God, oh my God, I can't even believe I'm telling this story. But God, what else did he do? This coworker was notorious for slacking off and not doing his job as well. And oh, I'm cooked. But there was a few reports made on him for his weird behaviors, to put it nicely. And you know, if we ignore the fact that he kind of like, man, I haven't even talked about the drug thing. Hold on. This is why you guys have clicked. I know it. No, nobody cares to hear how he said I was using condensed milk on my boyfriend. No one cares for that. I feel like I should clarify I don't have one, but either way, it's still weird. But oh. Hey, where'd the cube go? The fuck? Oh, I'm taking this. You know what? This isn't important. We don't need to pay attention to the cube. What's most important is the bit that you all want to hear. I wasn't even working with him. He was fired at this point, and he came into the store when I was closing with another girl in the deli, and for some reason they were talking about New Year's plans, and they were bringing up going to the into town for like this block party at like the big club, you know, and he was like, oh, me, and he said to me, do you want to come? And I was like, not really. And then he was like, oh, I'll get you a fake ID. Like, that doesn't make anything better. Oh my God, why is my phone going off? So this guy was offering to sneak me into a club, which is like fine, I guess. I know people in my year do that. It's no like foreign thing to me. Not that I encourage it, by the way. I don't. But what the hell am I? But you know, but I do know people who have done it. It's just not for me. God, this is such a bad video. Don't even know how to tell the story anymore. I keep getting distracted because I don't know if you saw this, but my video hit 20k views, like one of them. It's just like a shitty reel, but still, it's like really cool. And I put it on my close friends, and now it's like everyone's like responding and like, oh my God, what's your channel? Drop the channel. And I'm like, no, guys, I'm taking this with me to the grave. But some of my friends did find it, and well, probably gonna watch the premiere of this. So hi guys, don't judge, please. I'm not good at talking on camera. I'm not used to it yet. But thank you for, I don't know, watching the video. I thought it was a really shit video, so I'm surprised it got like 20,000 views. That's actually insane. So grateful. Now if we could get, you know, my other content to that kind of thing, that would be great. I'd be really appreciative of that. I feel like my short form stuff is just so boring, you know, like it's slop. It has no meaning. But I don't know, this stuff where I'm like talking and I don't know, you get to know me as a person instead of like just shit posts. I think that's better. I think I should follow the compass, not gonna lie. Like, do I want to get myself involved in cube stuff today? Maybe I do. Yeah, maybe I do. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really scared that people are gonna share this video around the school. Like, I'm worried that they're gonna know it's me and they're gonna be like, oh my god, she's such a weirdo. Because, look, they'll recognize my voice. And then I'll just like die of embarrassment because what do you mean I have a shit YouTube channel? Like, do you know how embarrassing? Like, if you know me in real life and you're watching this, just don't tell anyone. Because I know people know it's me. Because, well, I keep telling people. But, you know, still, like, I didn't really want to tell people until I hit a higher following. Like, I wanted to at least get to like 1,000. But okay, we're following the compass. But since it's I don't know, I guess I'm like, I probably shouldn't have said that I got like 20k views on my close friends. Like, maybe that wasn't a good idea, because I'm worried that people are gonna spread it around. Huh. Anyways, back to the important thing. My coworker, he also, one of my friends used to work at the local Macca's, and she was telling me about how when she was 14 and he was either 16 or 17, he would constantly message her and ask for photos. You can fill in the blank on what those photos are, take that as you will. But he also reportedly, no, this is just rumors, so don't trust me here, but he also got a girl pregnant at 15. I have no idea if that's true or not. Supposedly the baby's still around, but I'm not surprised. He works as an Uber driver now. But oh, another portal. I've never seen one built like that. If we ignore the fact that, you know, he just like likes to hit on people who are way younger than him. God, how do I even talk about this? But there was a few times where he told me I wasn't allowed to do drugs unless he was around, which is really quite weird, because that's implying that you want me to hang out with you outside of work and do drugs. I don't want to do neither of these. God, I don't even know what to say. It just, every time I think about it, I just get more and more confused. Because, like, what do you mean at your big age of being a legal adult, out of school, you have a job, and you're like, you're hitting on your co-workers? Like, do you not have a life outside of your job? I tell him to get a job, but he has one. Oh, he's not very good at keeping them, but he got fired actually for this. Am I gonna have to edit this out? I might have to edit this out. He didn't do anything bad. Well, he did. Everything he did was bad. But he didn't like inappropriately, no, I can't even say that. He didn't, no, there's nothing good I can say to describe the situation, but he got fired. It was an instant report. It wasn't as bad as I'm making it seem. But look, I'm glad he's gone, that's for sure, because I was sick and tired of him telling him, I forgot to tell you guys, he used to tell me about how he'd go on drug runs between like my state's big city and then like where I live. And he told me he would take his push bike up on the highway that like connects me and like my town and like the big place. And he'd carry like thousands of kilos of, well, not thousands, like a lot. That's an over-exaggeration, but he carried like a lot of cocaine on him. And he never got caught once, which I think is bullshit, because there's no way that you're taking your bicycle on all the way. It's like a 90-kilometer drive. It's 2 hours train, hour and a half, what? Hour and a half drive if you're lucky, if you don't have traffic. And you're telling me that you took your bicycle there and back all the time. Unless he like caught the trains. But even then, if he caught the trains, we have police on the trains. Like we have. Now that I think about it, maybe he was lying about all his drug runs. But he would tell me how he snuck like drugs into like places and stuff, and it was so weird. Now that I say it out loud, I'm starting to realize how weird it really was and why I put up with it. I probably should have talked to the store. Where is this company taking me? But you know, he was a good worker, and that department probably shouldn't. Well, we're understaffed as it, so I mean, a good worker is a good worker even there. But